So the Ekumani has arranged this song, but who is the original author? He fails to mention. Once that aspect comes in, you can go to court and sue the person who did that work, and your moral right was not acknowledged. Even though the person, you might have charged the person money, you have given the person the right to use your work in any form, you have collected your money, but they failed to mention your name. And because they failed to mention your name, moral right says that you can sue the person to make sure that they fix your name in the work. Because you cannot rework on somebody's work and claim as your own original work. That is what the law says. So this is the protection of how the Copyright Act protects you in terms of reworking, sampling, or your name being associated with it. The last part of the naming aspect is this. Even if you decide that tomorrow all the songs I've created, I don't want to get any money from it, it is free for everybody to use. Anybody who uses it, plays it on radio, plays it on TV, and mentions somebody's name apart from you, the person is also still infringing on your right. So moral right exists in this form, that your name must be associated with it forever and ever. Your name and the things you believe in should also be protected by your work. And even if you grant somebody license to use your work, to change it, to do any form, and then the person fails to mention your name, moral rights sake, you can go to court, and then that aspect will be corrected, or the law court will listen to you, because that is your moral right. So that is one protection. Now let's go to the second protection, which we call economic right. Economic right here simply means that money, cash, get there, ega, as in the ever saying it, or sika, kudi, by the Hausa, right? Right. So, as long as you are alive, by Copyright Act, if you create a song, or you write a song, or you sing a song, and it is for you, it is your own personal song you have made, as long as you are alive, I, Bnoskka, am telling you, you must get every money that will come out of that song. Whether it is played at wedding, party, funeral, or somebody is happy, is jubilating at the beach, or radio, or television, or even at this public lecture here. If I play your song and you do not get money, then your economic right is being infringed. Now let's look at the varieties of economic rights and how can musicians take benefit in it. Economic right here first exists in one, to be able to make sure that you give people what we call license. License here means that you have to eat from your work, but you cannot be walking in town and be chasing Grace using your work for her wedding, or be chasing Apostle Efriye using your song in his church, or be chasing Londona playing your song on radio. And so because of you can't be able to do that, the law says that let's establish what we call a collective management organization. And that collective management organization, some people call it Collective Management Society, CMS. In Ghana we call it CMO, Collective Management Organization. And so by law, the only company which has been established in Ghana here or all over the world to be able to collect royalties is this CMO or CMS, Collective Management Society or Collective Management Organization. It is just a use of words. Some country decides to call it a society, some decides to call it organization. Before 2005, the Copyright Act, which was the 1985, the PNDC law 110, which protected copyright, we were calling our own Copyright Society of Ghana. That was the collective management society responsible for what? Making sure that when songs are played in public domain, from funeral, wedding, party, church, stadium, radio, television, in any public space, that was the organization responsible for collecting money for the musician under the economic right. Now, the third part of the economic right is this. Anywhere your songs are played, anywhere in the world, anywhere on earth, apart from the fact that your works is being used for education. Education here means, for example, if you Bnoskka, I teach at the University of Education, Winneba, and then I use your song in my classroom to be able to teach my students about harmony. That in this song, the first harmony or the first chord in it is chord 1. And then the author moved into chord 2. And then he used chord 3 here, came back to chord 1, and finished at chord 5, imperfect cadence. If I do that by law, I have every right to do that because it is under education and it is free. So you, the author, cannot come and ask me for money. So any university, any secondary school, any primary school, any KG, they can sing your song in the school for the school children to be dancing, to be playing, to be singing in numbers. Ripe fruit, have you any way? I don't even know how to sing it. They will sing it 1,000 times. You cannot go and collect any money from them because it is under education. The law says free. But there's a caveat here. If that primary school, that KG, that's JSS, junior secondary school, or senior secondary school, or that university, or that institution, decide to say that, okay, today we want to do entertainment. And every student, because we are going to run spinners, we are going to hire spinners, or we are going to use bigger speakers, and you are coming to dance, we are going to do entertainment, and you must all pay 1 cedi. The moment money, 1 cedi, or even the children, the KG people are paying 50 pesos, for that song to be played, you have to pay royalties. I want to repeat it again. To the right owner, the one who has created his song, a KG who decides to do our day, and they say students should pay 1 cedi for entertainment, or JSS, we are going to do entertainment and pay money. The moment pay money comes in, any song they play at that particular school, the author must get money. If the author doesn't get money, it means you are infringing on his right. Because under the Copyright Act, performance here comes in. And we are looking at protection and then his right as what? Economic right. Economic here means any whatever that bothers about money, which is not used for free, then it means that money should come to the one who created the song. Now, let's look at another exception beyond education. Personal use. The law says personal use does not come under economics. For example, I have gone onto the internet and I've downloaded familiar song. Very soon, Open Gate or Asido Kinpaluta. Then I've downloaded it on my phone and then I'm playing it for personal use. I pay nothing to nobody. Or you pay nothing to nobody. You owe nobody no money payment. But the moment you want to use your phone as a party and invite people to come to your home, it has moved from personal use. Now you have ventured into what we call public performance. So the issue of exceptions and the economic right, if you are using it alone, Apostle and his wife and his children, they are at home and they are playing their song and they are dancing, there's no economic right in. It is their personal use. But the moment he invites friends, oh, Uncle Ebo, please come. Londona, come. Chairman, please come. Oh, you. The moment people congregate in your house, you have moved from personal use. Because you are going to play a song which is loud enough for everybody to hear. And so therefore the law comes in there. We'll look at how to deal with that one later. But now, let's look at the economic right. And so, the last exception is that as long as you are playing that song on your phone with headphones and a friend takes it and listen, it is no commercial. You are free to do that and you are free to use it anyway, anyhow. But if you and your friend wants to do listening party and be playing song from somebody's phone. That phone, which is personal use, has now fallen under public use. And so the law says that you must pay right. Now, the reason why some of these things goes on in our society, even here in Ghana and so many parts of the world, and that we don't usually see people going to court over it, is that people think that they should do it for free. It is their intellectual property. For example, your car is your property. If your car missing, I have never heard anybody getting up and his car is not there, and then he say, oh, it's all right, if it is stolen, it's okay. You will surely go to police station, go and report, because it is my property. Or you buy land, especially here in Ghana. People have one land has been sold to by 5 people, and they fight and fight and fight and fight. So one person said, it's okay, you won't fight again, pick it, and then that's it. It's the same way with your song. As a musician, if somebody use your song in any means and it is making money out of it, and that money is not coming to your pocket, economic right says that you are being infringed on your right. You are being infringed. So that is economic right. Now, the third protection under music is what we call protection against unfair competition. Now, I'm a musician. You're also a musician. He's also a musician. And then we are all creating music. And then I go to programs. I don't sing your songs because I don't sing my song because my song is not popular. And then I sing your song. And then I tell the audience, oh, you see this song I sang? My own songs are even better than this one. Please go on YouTube, go on TikTok, go on here and go and stream my songs. They are better than the songs I sang here. The moment you say those words, you are infringing on the person's right. And in Ghana, this particular act, which we call Protection Against Unfair Competition, it is not in the Copyright Act, but it's a complete new law which has been passed in 2003. It is called Act 589. And we must be able to understand that even as a musician, this protection affords you. And so don't lose sight. Now, even beyond that, the protection, you see people who are walking on the street, they have dressed like Sarkodie, they've dressed like Shatawale, they've dressed like Kwame Eugene, they dress like Medical, dressed like what they call it, Mr. Drew. And then they are saying, oh, I like, my fan is Kwame Eugene. And so you pick Kwame Eugene songs and you are singing. To the extent that even people are inviting you, oh, Kwame Eugene look alike. Come and sing Kwame Eugene songs at my party. Protection against unfair competition is the law which can be used to fight against you. Section 1 says, causing confusion in the minds of the people. Are you Kwame Eugene or not? Why can't we invite Kwame Eugene but invite look-alike? So protection in music here against unfair competition here means that you are competing with the original artist and you are making money from him, of which he is at home.